Coming up on SUTV News, we will be telling you about what is happening on campus.
And more about Cedar City. Stay tuned.
I'm Mike Rowe, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do. And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Welcome to SUTV News. I'm Lily Brunson.
And I'm Bryson Olson.
On March 13th, students with the SUU Communication Department took a trip up north for the Utah Broadcasting Job Fair at the University of Utah. Along with the job fair, this trip allowed students to tour commercial broadcast stations in Salt Lake City, such as KUER and KSL. During these tours, the students met professionals in the industry and were given valuable insight into the broadcasting career field. With students learning these skills in classes such as audio and video production, this was a priceless opportunity to connect with potential employers. A second trip will take place on April 10th to Las Vegas to explore more opportunities in broadcasting.
Yes, for sure, yeah.
Last week, students were able to hear from their student leaders and representatives. SUSA's monthly town hall event gave an insight to what SUU's student government has been up to.
SUU Student Association informs and listens to students at their monthly town hall meetings. There is an open mic there for student concerns.
Town Hall is an event where we come to you as the student government to kind of let you know what we've been working on for the past month and what's upcoming in the next month. So it's a great place to be informed, to come meet the individual executive council members, and just know what's going on around campus.
Okay, so the Senate has been working on some really awesome things.
Common topics that are discussed at these SUSA town halls are recent bills passed by our student senate, architectural changes being made on campus, and meetings being held to help students. In order to entice students to come, there's food served at each event. This time, it was pretzels.
At the town hall, I talked a little bit about how the legislation that was passed this past session affects our campus a little bit. I tried to answer some of the questions and give some reassurance as to what the effects might be. And then I also talked a little bit about the events that my council has been doing, as well as the upcoming events that we have.
SUSA town halls are put on monthly by the student government here in SUSA, just for students to be able to get their questions answered and find out what is happening on campus. For SUTV News, I'm Brooklyn Monson.
Also in SUU News, the university recently held a community conversation to discuss House Bills 261 and 257, recent pieces of legislation that will affect inclusion efforts on campus. Many students expressed distress over these changes and shared worries regarding their future safety and security. Faculty also attended the event, offering support and sharing alternate resources available to students. Ariana Marroquin, SUSA's Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, helped organize this event so that students could hear from their peers and discuss the future of diversity efforts on campus. Hector Cedillo-Tejas is the president of the LSA and a member of the DEI Council. He shared his own feelings about the bill during the conversation.
I think the goal tonight was just kind of to allow students to cry, to feel, to express any frustration, confusion, or anger that they felt toward the bill. Because, I mean, we had a couple students just come out today, like they've just been spending their time in the room reading the news and not knowing anybody else to go to or to talk to about it. And so I think this was this environment to allow people to actually grieve, to feel a sense of community, and to hopefully get some change and some hope and courage out of all of this.
SUTV recently gave the opportunity to WonderPath to come into the studio to learn about news production. WonderPath is a group made up of homeschool students and parents who gain knowledge through new experiences. The group had the opportunity to try out all different aspects of news production, from camera work to technical directing. Students in the TV practicum also had the opportunity to share their knowledge with the kids, assisting in many aspects of the day. An educational experience for everyone involved, SUTV hopes to welcome WonderPath back again soon.
As the SUU film program has gained more traction this last year, Cedar City begins to reestablish itself as a gateway to the movie industry in Utah. Our reporter Bryson Olson has more on the recent commemoration event celebrating filmmaking in Utah.
The Cedar City Tourism Office partnered with the Utah Film Commission on February 3rd to kickstart the commemoration of 100 years of filmmaking in Utah. The event featured a film titled Finding Deadwood Coach, written by Professor John Smith and produced by the SUU Advanced Video Production class. Along with Finding Deadwood Coach, several films created in a 48-hour film competition from the weekend prior were also featured at the event. The competition allowed new and upcoming filmmakers to hone their creativity and technical skills in filmmaking. As film becomes more prevalent in Utah, directors like Reese Kaiser are excited to see the progress of the industry.
It means that I think that we could really bring film to Utah. Right now, the film industry is decentralizing away from California. I think it'd be really cool if we can actually get people to come to Utah, and I know the Utah Film Commission is doing it. They're trying to pave the way for future filmmakers. So I think that people should just start getting more involved in the film community.
The Utah Film Commission features an exhibit on the 4th floor of the state capitol, along with a traveling exhibit to celebrate the 100th anniversary. If you would like to learn more about filmmaking in Utah, you can also visit film.utah.gov. That's film.utah.gov. For SUTV News, I'm Bryson Olson. Stay tuned for more on what's going on in the outdoors here on SUTV News.
We'll be right back.
Oh, hey, bud.
Oh.
Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
It's a school night. With Gary and Todd?
Yeah.
Not sure about those two. I've been meaning to ask you. This is tougher than I thought. Is there any drinking going on in this crowd?
No.
I hope not, because alcohol can lead you to say things and do things that you really wish you hadn't. Isn't this what you're supposed to say?
I know.
So if any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't. I'd do anything to keep you safe.
Okay, I will.
I hope this is working.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you.
Ryan.
Yeah?
So start the conversation even before they're teenagers.
Good idea.
For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Welcome back to SUTV News. Many parts of the country have gotten unusual weather this past winter. Reporter John Smith tells about a very unusual sight in the California desert.
Typically, visitors to Death Valley National Park come to see the hottest spot on the planet. They come to see the interesting rocks and the desert wildflowers. They come to see one of the driest places on Earth. But for the past few months, many have come for a different reason. They've come to see a lake that only shows up every 25 to 100 years.
An amazing sight. You never would have expected that. I used to come to the desert in California, and it was always so hot and dry. This is just, it's a miracle.
This miracle came about from hurricane rains last November. While the lake filled, nobody could get here because most of the park's roads were damaged by flooding. Now the roads are fixed and the tourists have come.
It's just crazy that this is one of the driest places in the world, and now there's a lake that you can effectively boat on. I walked out there this morning and I had my tripod set up, and it was gorgeous. It was calm. You could see the reflections of the mountains in the water, the pink clouds. It was absolutely beautiful.
The lake is about 2 feet deep, 6 miles long, and 2 miles across. There's a sign on the valley wall showing the lake to be over 200 feet below sea level. Salt crystals float on the water surface.
The intent was to drive 7 hours, camp here at night, and then come over here during the day, and then drive home tonight. So it's a very specific trip with the intent to solely do the once-in-a-lifetime kayaking.
Park officials estimate the lake will be here for another couple of months, and people can continue to wade in from the boardwalk. But later, after SUTV shot this video, the park closed the lake to boating because of the damage to the mudflats from people walking on the mud with their boats to get to the water.
It's incredible, truly incredible.
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome to see.
For a brief period, some boaters got to experience a once-in-a-lifetime event, boating in Death Valley. For SUTV News, I'm John Smith.
Spending time outdoors is difficult in the winter, especially when snow and ice cover popular recreation trails. The Cedar Canyon Trail is one of the many paved trails in Cedar City. The 2.7-mile trail begins at Cedar Canyon Park and follows Coal Creek alongside the Canyon Road. Taking just about an hour to complete, this is a popular trail for people looking to get outside in the winter. Cedar City helps to maintain these trails year-round to keep them dog, bike, and wheelchair friendly.
During this cold season, there are fewer places to be outdoors. For a place with the right temperature and plenty of room to move around, Quail Creek State Park is a great choice. Quail Creek State Park is located in Hurricane, about 10 minutes from St. George. The temperatures are perfect for families or friends to go relaxing. Because of the cold weather, a lot of people who live in Cedar City also choose this place for fishing. Not only that, but the park also opens up a water park in the summer where kayaks are available for rent. Inflatable platforms are set up on the water during the summer for an adventurous experience. This is a rare experience during the season where you can get close to nature for outdoor activities.
Especially like during the winter season, because we're from Cedar City, so when it's cold you can't really go to the lakes up there as much. So down here it's nicer because it stays pretty warm down here. So
as the weather warms up, more students are looking for outdoor activities. Our reporter William Heaton has more.
The Southern Utah University Outdoor Center is encouraging students to plan their next outdoor adventure. Inside you'll find helpful reference guides on worthwhile travel locations and rentable supplies.
SU Outdoors is essentially a social hub. We have all sorts of activities like trips and our local LEAP events. We also do a bunch of gear rentals. Basically everything that you see in this shop is rentable. All the stuff behind me is to buy. Basically just want to get SU students outdoors.
In addition to supplying student trips, the center also arranges events for the student community.
We have all of our events listed and scheduled out. On one of the monitors we'll have our trips. Those are the ones that go outside of Cedar City, and they're more like our bigger trips. Some are free, some cost, depends on the trip. But there's like hiking and camping and river rafting and some other fun bigger trips. And then on the other monitor we have our local events that are like a 30-minute drive.
With trips near and far and supplies to assist in any outdoor activities, the SUU Outdoor Center encourages students to stop by and map out their next adventure. Reporting for SUTV News, I'm William Heaton.
Coming up on SUTV, we've got the weather. Stay tuned.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to SUTV Weather. I'm Christina Schweiss. Today is Tuesday, March 19th in 2024, and of course we are here in Cedar City, Utah. And you may know something new about me. I got my perm done. So exciting. And so, I look like Baby from Dirty Dancing. Isn't that great? Happy National Let's Laugh Day. Look how beautiful Cedar City, specifically SUU's campus. And of course, I want to make you laugh today, so look how adorable Professor John Smith is. Yes, I edited him into our location because why not? We need to show the world our beautiful professor. Let's take a look at the weather forecast. Tuesday, today, it's very sunny. The high is 58 and the low is 35. Wednesday, it's also sunny, thank goodness. The high is 62 and the low is 37. Thursday, it is partly cloudy with a high of 61 and a low of 41. And then Friday, it is sunny. Again, thank goodness. We love the warm weather. The high is 61 and the low is 40. Saturday is sadly cloudy with a high of 57 and a low of 42. It is also a weather warning and a wind warning, so be careful. Stand your ground. Make sure you don't get blown away because wind here in Cedar City, as we all know, is crazy. And then, of course, Sunday is partly cloudy, and sadly, we have a 35% chance of snow. What the heck? I thought the groundhog said it was going to be spring already. The high is 42 and the low is 30. And then on Monday, in about 6 days, it is partly cloudy with a high of 44 and a low of 29. And now, looking at the radar, you can see there's some moisture in the air, but it's not really going to affect us too badly until around Sunday and Saturday. So stay warm, but also remember to wear your sunscreen. And then, of course, our new segment, everyone's favorite segment, it's Raining Men. And, of course, the one for today is Hawkeye Pierce, also known as Alan Alda from the TV show MASH from the 1970s, because I am basically a grandma at heart. He is so attractive, and so I thought I should put him on here. Me and my best friend watch it, and it's a great time. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. And, of course, remember to smile at someone today. It's also National Let's Laugh Day, so make someone laugh. It's a great time. And let's see if our live stream works. It does not. Anyway, remember to smile at someone today. And now let's send it back to the desk.
Thank you, Christina. That was great.
I'm so not excited for the cold weather.
Yeah,
It's not going to be a
terrible
fun time.
news.
I've been so happy for this warm weather. The seasonal depression kind of melting away as we can go outside and actually get some sunshine. But now we're going to be stuck right back in.
Yeah, thankfully I think I'll be out of town, but...
Oh well. Coming up on SUTV, we have more on SU women's basketball and national sports news.
Stay tuned.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Be the gateway to opioid addiction.
My son was in pain. He needed something after surgery.
I was prescribed opioids. I didn't realize the risk.
Our family was changed forever by opioids.
Meet 3 everyday Americans whose lives were devastated by opioid addiction.
Everyone says, it can't happen to me.
It can't happen to me.
It can't happen to me.
Tell that to my son.
Tell that to the 3 million people who become long-term opioid users every year after surgery. The truth is, we didn't know we had options other than opioids after surgery, but now we do.
I never thought addiction would be part of my life story, but it is.
Visit planagainstpain.com/gateway to hear their full stories and learn about non-opioid options for managing pain after surgery.
I'm Gabe Small. On Monday, March 4th, the Southern Utah Thunderbirds hosted the Brigham Young University Cougars in gymnastics, but one gymnast really left her mark on the program.
This last Monday, the Southern Utah Thunderbirds faced off against Brigham Young University in gymnastics. Although it was a close affair, the Thunderbirds came out on top with a score of 197.125. One standout from the meet was Nia Randolph, who boasted an impressive all-around score of 39.6, setting the standard for both the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation and the Southern Utah record books.
We kind of knew this was an eventuality for Nia. She's that good on everything. And up till this point, she'd pick one event just to kind of mess up a little bit on, but not tonight. She looked pretty solid everywhere, and I'm so proud of that kid. She's been knocking on that door for a while. And now
While she's already set the record for both the MPSF and for SUU, freshman Nia Randolph is very excited about her future here at SUU.
I'm so excited for my future here. You know, being just a freshman, I know this team can grow a lot more, and we all can just build together. And yeah, next 4 years will be great.
If you want to keep up to date on SUU gymnastics, follow SUU Gymnastics on Instagram. With SUTV News, I'm Gabriel Small.
The Western Athletic Conference released the all-conference teams, and players from both the men's and women's side were honored, but for many, the glove just didn't fit. For the women, Deilani Bellina received second-team all-conference honors, and Bellina averaged 15 points on 39% shooting during every game. Also, on the women's side, Ava Urich earned a spot on the all-freshman team. Urich averaged 13 points and 7 rebounds a game. On the men's side, Braden Housley was rewarded all-freshman team honors. He ended the season averaging nearly 11 points and 3.5 rebounds. The SUU softball team continued to build on what is already a stellar season for them, defeating Stephen F. Austin in a 3-game series, winning 2 games and losing only 1. Following the series, the team moves on to 12-11 on the season. Today marks the start of March Madness, so remember to fill out those brackets last minute. And don't be disappointed when your bracket is busted day 1 by 15 seed St. Peter's or 14 seed Colgate. For me, I'm really going for Boise, Colorado. The first games of the tournament will be played tonight, with games between Howard and Wagner in Colorado State and Virginia. Those games will be played at 4:40 and 7 p.m. respectively. The National Invitation Basketball Tournament also starts today, with defending NIT champion North Texas taking on LSU at 5 p.m. Opening day in the MLB will be looking a little different this year, with the matchup between the San Diego Padres and the Los Angeles Dodgers being played in Seoul, South Korea for a 2-game series. This marks the first time the opening has been held in the country. That's all we have for today. From SUTV Sports, I'm Gabe Small.
Thanks for the update, Gabe.
Something that has always fascinated me about sports is how the coaches actually plan out any plays.
Right.
What I would like to imagine happens is they have a board that represents their field or their court.
Right.
And they have little toy soldiers on it that they move as all the players and represent however they're going to play.
That makes sense.
I'm pretty sure that's not how they're actually doing it.
I was going to say that's got to be how they're doing it,
in
right?
my mind, I think that would be pretty entertaining. I think I would enjoy my life as a coach if I just got to play with little toy soldiers every day.
Well, that makes sense. But next, we will talk about things happening on campus.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to SUTV. I'm Lily Brunson. Chick-fil-A is located in the Sherwin-Smith Student Center and feeds members of the SUU student population every day. SUTV went to learn more about this campus staple.
SUU's favorite on-campus dining option is Chick-fil-A. The popular fast food chain known for their chicken, lemonade, and milkshakes is frequented by students every day. Chick-fil-A team lead Kylie Gale helps feed these hungry students and create a friendly and fast-paced atmosphere.
It's just got a really great atmosphere, one of the best work atmospheres I've ever worked in. Everyone's always more like a family than a team. We love working well together and communicating with each other, and there's just always this really fun, lighthearted, happy energy around us.
T-Birds love their Chick-fil-A, and Campus Dining Services even has a meal plan option that is exclusive to the restaurant. With few on-campus options for a meal between classes, there's almost always a line.
Usually when I'm here, I get the #1 deluxe without pickles, but today try not to spend as much money and just kind of study pick-me-up, so just fries and ice cream cone.
Students looking for a midday treat on campus have limited options. One student hopes that dining services will eventually expand.
I wish that there was Taco Bell. I wish that there was Wendy's, McDonald's.
Until then, T-Birds will continue enjoying Chick-fil-A for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For SUTV News, I'm Lily Brunson.
There are soda shops aplenty all around Cedar City, but up Highway 130 past the bowling alley in Enoch lies one of the area's lesser-known soda establishments. The Big Sipper recently received a minor overhaul and offers numerous out-of-this-world specialties such as the Sunbeam and the Shooting Star. Want to add some taste to your water? Try one of the Planet Hydrate waters such as the Zero Gravity. Be sure to give one of the gourmet popcorns a try as well. The Big Sipper might be a little bit out of the way, but this outer space-inspired soda shop is well worth the blast off to Enoch.
Cedar City residents are already going bananas for the newest treat shop in town. Dipper serves frozen delights in the form of chocolate-dipped bananas with toppings of all shapes and varieties. Run by local SUU students and siblings Olivia and Ian Small, Dippers got started with a booth at the Cedar City Farmers Market. On January 30th, the duo opened up their official location and was met with incredible reception. Dippers is located at 18 North, 100 West, across from the Johnson Center here in Cedar City, and welcomes all in their new adventure.
While on the topic of our diverse student body, SUU students were treated to a night of fun at the International Food and Festival Night on campus. Students were able to go on a culinary and cultural journey around the world without even leaving Cedar City. Attendees visited countries like Japan and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Each booth was a gateway to a different corner of the globe, offering authentic dishes, traditional drinks, and arts and crafts. Each item reflected the rich tapestry of the different cultures present. There was something there for everyone to enjoy. There was even live entertainment from the Pacific Islander Student Association. This night was a true melting pot of cultures where people from all walks of life came together to share in the joy of food and connection. The International Food and Festival Night was a celebration of diversity, unity, and the universally loved language of food.
I think my favorite part is just to meet new people because everyone shows because it's free food, so everyone's like, oh, we love free food. And then you can meet so many people and you can also get to know the culture about all the countries that we're putting food for. So I think it's just amazing because it helps people opening about internationally what are the culture, what food are people eating in which countries, and I think it's a good event.
In spring 2024, the three hosts of Thunder 91's morning radio show, The Morning Brew, are celebrating a whole year of working the show together. Christina Schweiss, Aiden Mortensen, and Cormac Bone have changed how they ran the show since when they started in spring of 2023. This year, each weekday has its own special mini-game, like Would You Rather Wednesday or Tangent Tuesday. Aiden and Christina will be graduating at the end of this year, so stay tuned to hear who hosts next. You can listen in to the show every weekday from 7 to 8 in the morning on Thunder 91.1 FM. Well, that's our show.
Yeah, something exciting you can be ready for it next time is Thunder 91's Thunderground Throwdown. It's going to be aired live here on SUTV. It's going to be so much fun. If you want to enjoy some local music, it's going to be a great time.
And what time is that at?
That is at 6:30. If you want to attend in person at the Great Hall in the Hunter Alumni Center, you are more than welcome to. Or you can watch here or on sunews.net. It's going to be a great time.
It's going to be a great time. And both of you are involved in that, right?
Of course. Mainly
Bryce.
Are
you involved at all?
They might ask me to take pictures, but I'm not sure.
Well, there we go.
Well, anyways, thanks for tuning in. That's all we have for you. I'm Bryson Olson.
I'm Lily Brunson.
I'm Gabe Small.
And I'm Christina Schweiss. Tune in next week for more.
Go Birds!
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all of warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on, man, let's split a ride home.